Hello, guys, gals, and other pals. Welcome to Go Mode Podcast Mentor Tourney 2026 Master Sword Finals. We have an open seed here today. Big shout out. Thank you for Limp Bagel to being our restreamer, Fred, our tracker, and myself, the Scatsman, joined in the booth with Amfels for the first time. Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm looking forward to an exciting race here.
All right, so open seed. What are you doing? Uncle start, Sank start?
I'm a true uncle starter. I believe in him very much.
I'm with you there. You got the chance for an early weapon, an early dip into Hyrule Castle. I'm with you on the Uncle start. All right, and it looks like we have immediate two separate starts. Ice Rod in Uncle's house.
Well, Link's house, but no Isoret hunt today.
Yeah. So TR not required.
Oh, just Link's house, no uncle. Interesting.
Yeah, that's tricky. Normally I like if I'm taking the time to do that, I'm gonna at least walk up to Uncle, get that tree pole.
Yeah, I wonder if it makes it any trickier to, route the this escape sequence in.
I did not even see what's there on Lumberjack Ledge.
I think that may have been the very bottom of a piece of heart, maybe.
Yeah, definitely a piece of heart. Now it looks like Josh on the left here is going for those extra kills. Gonna be trying for a higher tier tree pole. ExtremeRando just trying to dodge the crow.
I mean, it can't be worse than the tier 1 tree pool, that's for sure.
Well, speaking of dodging, the ExtremeRando says no to the $20. And oh boy, there's our fire rod already. Now that's interesting because with a bit of magic, we can do a good chunk of like Hyrule Castle. If we find a bow, we could be looking at an early Eastern Palace. You see these items early on. What are you thinking?
I'm definitely considering, let's see what the Firewood puts into logic early on in the seed, which is, the Eastern Palace boss and Dark Cross, plus or minus a glove. But for the most part, I'd probably want to see what Kakariko has to offer.
I gotta say, I liked the going to Tavern first. Because neither runner came in with bombs, so we're just gonna run over, grab that real quick, and maybe save a little time here over ExtremeRando.
Right, the double dip into the well and whatnot are very long.
All right. Well, we got Chicken Hut on one side, we got the well on other, and then we got boots. Josh
Oh,
finding the boots there in Chicken Hut. Oh, and ExtremeRando gets bailed out with some bombs and well. I don't know. I think on ExtremeRando's side, if I were them and I was just gonna do the one chest out of Link's house, I would have taken the south route to Kakariko, just looking for that 50-50 bomb pole. Well, and Kakariko apparently loaded though, because now we got a sword.
So it seems like we're about even right now, although I believe Josh was the one who got the extra info with the tree pull values.
Right. Well, that sword and that fire rod, if we don't get anything else out, I think I would be going to Hyrule Castle here.
Yeah, that is interesting. The sword makes it, you know, pretty trivial to do, but um, I don't know. I think I would probably personally still do the South Shore route first to maybe see if we can get like a lamp or something to put the full back into logic.
I can see it. I feel like I might rush it just for the check density. With the sword, those dark rooms are really next to nothing. Plus, we have a fire rod that puts you in logic all the way up to Dark Cross there. So, hey, our runner's syncing up at the library here. We never say no to armor upgrades, right?
No, certainly not with 5 hearts, especially if you end up in the Dark World earlier on. It can save you a lot of trouble. We'll definitely need those, probably, or I guess more than likely we'll need those.
Now, let's see if either of them remember to do Bonk Rocks.
I feel like, I don't know, would you do Bonk Rocks immediately after save and quit here, or would you be doing a South Shore route?
I don't know. Again, I'd be going Castle, but after that, I may consider Bonk Rocks into like a Houlihan. We got a map check here on
So
an Extreme
Pendant
Rando
Eastern, and I believe that was that 2 normal crystals on the other 2 dungeons?
That's what it looked like to me.
The flipper checks are interesting because we are quite a bit short of Zora money right now.
Oh, for sure. Ooh, that flute is a nice bit of movement early on.
I feel like that's like the worst place to find the flute is like you immediately you just left Kakariko. If you had gotten this one check earlier, you could have kind of already been there.
I feel like both of them are gonna remember Bonk Rocks now because they're gonna go activate that flute.
Ooh, Divergence. It looks like Josh is heading to Agina, and ExtremeRando is heading on to Mini Moldorm Cave.
Yeah, I don't mind this. I would have scouted the desert ledge there. There's a chance that you might get Mitts Mitts and Amir before even coming back to peek at it. So sometimes that knowledge is good to have. All right, just bombs out of Old Man's Cave, but we also have bombs on Mini Moldorms there. Good knowledge on a prize pack for later. Oof. Not too much out of Hype Cave there.
Oh, looks
You know
like
what?
Josh is ignoring Bonk Rocks.
Oh yeah. May have forgot about it. I like ExtremeRando's decision here to save and quit and just go activate that flute, because you're gonna be able to just flute to 8 if you want to get back to where you were anyways. All right. Well, ExtremeRando gets a little love for remembering Bonk Rocks, but meanwhile, Josh just finishing up the Hyrulean National Anthem. Now, for anybody just joining us, I know we're just getting started here, but as our people trickle in, this is game 1 of finals for the Master Sword bracket here for the Mentor Tournament. Both runners have come quite a bit of ways since the beginning of the tournament. It's nice to see where they start and where they end up by the time we hit this point. All right, ExtremeRando, gonna go check back Asaha and find some gloves. We take those. All right, with those gloves, Amphiles, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking that my next step is to either go to the back of Escape, or I guess as ExtremeRando is the front of Escape. Especially, I guess, with the uncle checks there as well. Because by itself, I don't know that the gloves give you a ton of access to anything, but they could be paired with like a book to do desert, or I'm blanking on other things right now, but it does, put the back of Escape into logic as well.
Yeah. Yeah, chat saying Houlihan, but we just got $300 from our uncle. I guess we'll call that inheritance.
Definitely looks like it was the right call to do Escape before the flippers checks, because now we're nearly to Zora money.
Don't worry, Bagel. I probably would have Houlihaned already at this point, too. Well, it looks like both runners have casual boots on the mine, because that's where we're going, and we got rewarded with some magic powder.
I mean, I guess sometimes Rando is just like, you should play this mode.
Yeah, you know what? Some open seeds, especially when you get a boots, like a bootsless one, it's nice to have all these movements early on, compared to like dragging your feet from check to check.
It's definitely nice that the checks came sort of on the path, so that way you don't accidentally get one runner missing out on them for a very long time.
Now, I'm curious if we're going to see some different strats here, because one runner has the gloves, and the other does not. Yeah, I like this. ExtremeRando taking the saving quick, kind of going through the back. It's really not difficult with the fire rod.
Do you think Josh will continue back to the front and go in the long way?
Yeah, it looks like Josh setting up for a death warp here.
Oh no.
Well, I usually say never punished, but that one, not so. Hey, we got the Moon Pearl in the back. That dip to Saha's closet paying off for ExtremeRando so far.
I wasn't keeping track. Did we not have a key? Does that mean that there was a key in Dark Cross?
Yes, if there's no small key, the Dark Cross is going to be vanilla with a small key. All right, and I think did ExtremeRando do this already? No, actually, this is turning out really efficient. They can grab a couple bucks here and then, do their Ice Rod Cave check. just $5, Rando. Leave it, leave it. I think we saw Ice Rock Cave already. I believe on Josh's side.
So I guess with the flippers here, probably the best flippers route would be to go to Hobo first.
Yeah, you can take better advantage of the water walk. If you would attempt to go like through the portal there, it'll take it away as soon as you step on the lighter blue. Especially with the flippers, we don't have to try and set up a new water walk here either.
It looks like Hobo has our first bottle of the seed.
Yeah, now, are you gonna treat that like a fetch quest and go quick flute over there, or is that one that you leave for the next time you visit the village?
I think I would hold off on that, at least until, for sure, through the rest of these flipper checks, just in hoping that I can have Darkwold access, and then you would theoretically be right sort of there.
Oh, there's your lamp.
That lamp makes me nervous. Is this potentially a logical Agaseed here?
It could be. I mean, we're only missing one item, either another pair of gloves or a hammer. But I mean, depending if we don't get like a hook shot or a mirror or some kind of access to Desert Palace, we're gonna run out of checks pretty quick here.
Well, we'll still have Pendant Eastern, which has some accessible checks, I guess.
Oh, there's a nice Bombos. Finally not a scamfish. And true, we have not seen inside Eastern yet. The lamp puts everything but the boss in logic. Also, to get an Aga, we need just as many items as we do our Dark World access, so... I don't know. Knowing that there's nothing on Lumberjack Ledge, I feel like I would hold off Aga as long as possible. Although I do that for every seed anyway, so...
That's just, default operating procedure there. The mountain play is kind of interesting, especially knowing that there's only, I believe, 2 checks in logic here?
Yeah, well, 3. We had Old Man Rescue, and then we have Inside... No, it is 2. It is 2, yeah. Inside Spectacle Rock. We don't have the mirror, and it's only $50 anyways. Okay. It looks like we're dipping some pendant dungeons. Are we taking bets on a ped seed?
Well, we are rapidly running out of checks. I think, is it just Eastern left at this point?
Yeah, we're either going to get Aga access or we're going to get our Dark World access. But I think Eastern Palace is all that's left. Oh yeah, I'm gonna agree with Chad here that getting like the hook shot or even a mirror, because there's only a few checks in Hera. Would kind of stink, only to once again find not much. I don't know. I feel like at this point you just bet on Eastern and hope for a bow. Maybe you can at least clear it. You know, I was gonna ask what Josh was doing, but then I'm like, yep, Josh has not visited Saha yet. Does not have the glove to go in through the back. It's like it's weird to see Rando's route has been almost a little chaotic, but has kind of put them a little bit ahead here of Josh.
I think the biggest, difference between them right now is just the finding the gloves in Saha before the full escape sequence.
Yeah, we just got booked, so that actually opens up desert for us, and it's completable with the fire rod or lamp and the gloves there. So that's gonna be our first crystal clearable.
Yeah, I mean, it seems. I mean, I guess we'll see for the rest of the seed, but if it's going to give us somewhere directly to go to, I guess we'll just follow up with it.
Yeah, it's turning out so far to be a very linear seed. It's kind of follow the breadcrumbs. Oh, and there's your hook shot for your East Death Mountain access.
Okay, well, we're looking a little less linear now. We've got options. If you
Yeah,
were running, would you follow up with the desert, or would you look at the mountain now?
desert is a clearable crystal. I feel like I do that, hoping for a mirror or hammer. If we don't find it out of one of the last items in Eastern here. All right, so I think that's last item on boss, if I counted correctly.
Yes, I think that seems right to me as well. So I assume ExtremeRando is going to be heading to desert now. Yes, that looks like the play.
Yeah, I think it's a good call. I think it's a good call. You clear your crystal, and you hope for a little bit more access for mountain, so you can clear the other dungeon.
Yeah,
The
if you can
one,
get something like Mitts out of desert, that I mean, other than giving you just complete dark world access, that would make the trip to the mountain a lot nicer.
yeah, it's looking a little less likely that this is going to be Aga, especially now that we've got some additional access to mountain here. Oh, Josh juking us here. I thought we were gonna go mountain instead of desert. I think this is the good call, and I mean, better runners can explain why I'm wrong, but you go clear your crystal, you have more options here, and you save that extra mountain climb for when you have that hammer or that mirror. Or like you said, we find mitts even. Well, both runners, just a couple rooms apart here. Any predictions on, are we going to be hunting for an item? Are we going to be doing a ped pull? What are you thinking? What are you feeling?
I mean, I can't really speculate at this point. There's still I have no idea about the Dark World layout, but I'm a little bit curious about how we're gonna handle Landmolus here. Like we have the fire rod and the ice rod, but we don't have any magic.
Yeah, there's a few pots that you can grab some magic from before the boss, but not enough to really get more than 1 or 2 shots. I think we're gonna be slow going it here
Well, I
with
mean,
the
we'll probably have to
fighter
spend
sword.
most of those to light the torches as well, though.
Oh gosh, yeah. I mean, you can conserve with the lamp, but gonna have to on Rando's side here. Josh has just a little bit more magic in the tank. That might be a difference that allows him to catch up a little bit here.
I can't remember the damage tables, but I feel like one fire rod shot has got to be at least a couple of sword slashes.
Yeah, it only takes 2 fire rod shots to defeat a landmo. I think it's 8 with the fighter sword. Give or take if you throw spins in there.
Do the fighter sword spins do extra damage on Landmo? I know that because of the damage tables are weird, like Master Sword spins don't.
Yeah, the light sword ones, the light world bosses are a little weird with their damage tables. Interesting. Not really progression.
Does that technically logically open Spike Cave now? I can never remember what combination of items.
We need that
open up.
hammer.
Oh, of course, of course.
It's either we have the hammer and I forget that we need gloves, or we have the gloves and I go to open it and it's like, oh wait, I need the hammer too, don't I? And none of us have gotten to the end and tried to pull the big rock or don't quite make it. Although we have a fairy in a bottle too. We're kind of cushy on safeties for an early game.
Yeah, I'd say we're pretty good for any of these light world dungeons, but some of the tougher dark world dungeons could definitely still give us some trouble. Oh, and it looks like Josh is heading to clean up that Zora check.
I'm gonna guess that we find the hammer here in Mountain. Oh, we love the required shields too.
Ooh,
Oh no!
Scary, no.
Oh no! Is this an Agassiz still?
When the hook shot came up, I always get a little weird, a little scared when the hook shot shows up.
Not like this. Tell me it's a bait. Tell me this has hammers or gloves.
I mean, it's just Spiral Cave at this point, right?
Well, buckle up and grab your bug nets. It's time for an Aga climb. I appreciate a good last location Aga.
The seed was very nice to like give us hope for a second that
I mean,
wouldn't be needed.
seriously.
It's not even Master Sword Aga either. It's still Fighter Sword.
Yeah, and we don't know our Dark World situation yet. We still have 2 pendant dungeons outlying. We could be looking at a pendant pod with no bow, no hammer. We do have access to West Dark World, but like you said, some of those dungeons can be a little tough with Fighter Sword.
The good news, at least, is so Skull Woods is completely beatable. We've got the Fire Rod and the sword, and I think with Blue Mail should be at least kind of accessible.
And yeah, I'm gonna agree with chat. We've got Fire Rod, we've even got Bombos and other tools. We gotta use those other tools to speed up the kills on things like the Balm and Chain Guard. And I mean, there's a few other enemies in here that can be a little tricky, like the blue blitzers and whatever else we were gonna run into.
And Josh, finishing out his Light World checks and realizing it's an Aga seed.
Yeah, unless we rushed Mountain, this was really kind of a last location Agassi deer. Just a tip for any newer runners. We have the boomerang. You can throw the boomerang through that rail to grab that key. If RNG is on your side, you can even get the middle guard down without alerting the other guard and do so without ever having to get any of the other pots up.
I think if you get the timing right, I believe you can also use the hook shot on that key if you can get it while the key is still in its upward arc.
All right, guys, do we want to take guesses on how many blue balls Aga 1 is going to throw at us? I see 3. I always hope for double digits just for the torture, especially when we have low hearts like this. Jab's saying 0. Are these seeded to be 0? Are they? I don't think they
I don't
are.
think so. I think we just, got really lucky this time.
We just got lucky, yeah. Well, GG's Jabera on that one.
So in this situation, are you looking at pod at all, or are you going straight to the western? Oh, well, never
There's
mind.
mids. Nice. Yeah, I'm at least getting a map check here, to see if it's worth dipping or not. It's a pendant pod. I mean, you could do the risky play, trust in a pendant pod, get as many items as you want and leave.
I feel like I would maybe consider it if I had a potion in my bottle, but without being able to do the potion unlock glitch to be able to open up the right side of the bowlock side of pod, I think I'd just skip it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little tricky there. I almost, I don't know. I feel like if you're gonna do a gamble, you go in and you see what shooter room has, and hope for the best.
ExtremeRando host just remembered they just picked up their mitts. Gonna save a little time here.
Yeah, we didn't get King's Tomb check though. No, I'm gonna agree with you. I'm gonna agree with our tracker here. I would have got catfish out of the way too. We have access to it. It's right there. This is probably our best time to check it.
I feel like the next accessible time would be if you're ever doing North Dark World. You can, I guess, kind of finish at catfish, but if you skip it then as well, it's pretty much dead forever.
All right, and we've got Green Pendant Skullwoods. I feel like I'd do it just to grab it. It's 3 items. We have access. We're looking for a lot of stuff yet. We have we're hammer away from a Ice Palace as well.
Plus or minus a Samaria for logic, but yeah. Interesting. I'm actually just looking at the items. We're most of the way to go mode, it looks like.
I mean, yeah, if we take stock, we need what? Mirror, Samaria, a bow.
And then I think the hammer, and then
Hammer.
that's it.
Maybe.
Well, plus, I mean, then obviously your medallions.
Yeah, I mean, maybe medallions, but both of them could be bombos. I don't know. Knowing that Skull Woods was a pendant, I may have done, some of the other checks before coming in here, like peeking at Bumper Ledge or peeking at King's Tomb before going Dark World. I guess maybe hoping for a mirror, but
I think if I were running it, I would have gone to Skullwoods, ran it back to front for the green pendant, and then checked the Bumper Ledge on the way out, and then into the village.
was that both items?
I might have missed it, but I thought I only saw one, but I could just have missed one.
I feel like if you intend to take the boss down anyways for the green pendant, I would have started with the boss and worked my way front. Maybe hoping to grab both items and leave the boss behind.
I'm not a very fast runner, but I feel like that green pendant would be just living in the back of my head for the rest of the seed if I skipped the boss.
Yeah, I tend to be more efficient in my routing. It's always the time that you do skip something that it comes back to bite you. All right, well, Josh, leaving behind Moth, gonna scout Bumper Ledge, which is absolutely nothing. And a very clean blind fight on Rando's side. Nicely done.
Yep, very effective use of burner there. And with that, it looks like we've got, is that the second crystal now of the seed?
Yeah, I didn't get. Did anybody get count? Do we have an item in the big chest?
I'm just so bad with counting items that I am also unsure. So I guess if we see or when we see Josh go through it, I guess we can try to keep count a little better.
All right. Well, ExtremeRando doing dig game. Gonna go backwards. Grab the blacksmith. Take him on a nice little Hyrule world tour. I don't hate it. I love this.
I always like the route when it kind of like, ends in Hype Cave and you get to kind of start it over again with whatever you figured out from the seed.
Now, here's a fun thought. Just given that both Pod and Eastern Palace are pendants, we could have a bow in GT.
I mean, we could have both of them in GT, right?
Yeah, we can end up with a bow for go in GT. We get a ether out of Hype Cave, but not much else, right? That was kind of not so hype.
Very, very mid cave today. So after this Smith turn-in, where would you be heading next? Personally, I think I'd be taking a look at Ice Palace, maybe.
Yeah, hoping for a hammer and Ice Palace. I mean, you do have Dark Death Mountain.
I guess looking at it a little further, I guess Myers in logic, right? I don't think there's any hammer blocks in Meyer.
No, we could get
I mean, I guess not completable, but I guess we have the whole area.
we're kind of running into do you do a Samaria-less Mire or do you do a hammerless Samaria-less Ice Palace? I feel like I'd at least go check Mire first. Because if we do all of Ice Palace and then we have to go all the way back in, Mire is a much easier one to get back to. At least I feel like it's a lot easier to get back to if we're gonna just check it and run.
I guess the nice thing too, at least with my area, is that you get those 2 free checks to hopefully get a different answer.
Yeah, the amount of times I put off my area without a Samaria and then just to find it in that area is probably more than I should be admitting here. I mean, normally, you know, the early Mire check for the access, but we have all the medallions on Rando's side, so. And there's our hammer.
I was about to say Dark Death Mountain was looking very unfull so far, but it looks like it was our answer today.
Yeah, the mount climb. That gave us our Aga access, and it also gave us our hammer. Hey, welcome in, Raiders. You're joining us for Master Sword Finals, Game 1. We got Josh versus ExtremeRando. I'm the Scatsman, joined by Amfels. We got Fernap on tracking. Limp Bagel is our restreamer. And thank you so much for coming in and joining us for this finals match. We've got a pretty linear seed with a couple twists here. So far, it's looking like ExtremeRando's got a little bit of a lead because of some crazy routing choices in the beginning, but you know, we'll have to ask him about that in the interview. Oh, did he pick up an item?
It did look like that was the... Oh, no, okay, never mind.
Oh, nope, we're okay. We're okay. He must have just hit a bad input there.
Might have done a non-smooth backup or something. Ooh, and I see we have Josh approaching the Mire area.
I like this. If there's something good here, that could be what Josh needs to get back in the lead here.
Yeah, say... Oh, well, okay, I guess he's not following up into Mire, but if there were something in Mire, say something like your Cane of Samaria, the Cane of Samaria blocks a lot less than than your hammer does, so Josh would eventually be forced towards that hammer faster.
Yeah. I don't hate skipping Mire here, especially with Dark Death Mountain and the checks there. Knowing that hammers is just a second away. I like, especially since he doesn't have Quake. Just checking your Meyer access.
Oh, and it looks like ExtremeRando did not pick up Ether Tablet.
You know, if the only thing I would have did differently, if I was gonna save and quit, I would have opened Meyer. Save yourself a couple seconds later. Yeah, Spike Cave, not the answer. It's looking like it's gonna come down to dipping Ice Palace or dipping Meyer.
Yeah,
I mean that, or we trust in Pendant Pod, and I know there's a few pod believers out there.
yeah, there's still a couple of like one-off or two-off like kind of awful checks like Smith Chain that are still around, but I definitely like this ice play. It shouldn't be
Yeah.
too dangerous, and there's a decent likelihood you can just complete it.
Well, and being that it's newer runners, we could be thinking that your opponent might not want to come in here without Samaria, so could be thinking if you got your Ice Palace bomb jump down, well, maybe it's an advantage I can pull off over my opponent. So at least that's what goes through my mind there.
I'm forgetting. Do you remember where Quake was?
Quake, I believe was Blacksmith turning. Oh, and Josh lucking out with a fairy before diving into Spike Cave here. Nice 2-for-1 there on Rando's side.
That was an extremely well executed room there. I normally am way worse at that. That was very impressive.
Oh, I think he had it, but was in the process of moving there. You need just like, in most cases, you need just that 1 pixel gap.
Oh, and we're running short on bombs here too.
Has a fairy. I'd say go for it. You can do this. There you go. First try. Yeah. Well, okay. We have a fairy. But my heart is pounding. just keeping us extremely on the edge of our seat.
Oh, it looks like we got the double pickup from the heart as well. So
Yeah, good knowledge for any of our newer runners. If you use hookshot or a boomerang on a dropped heart recovery heart, you have a chance to get double. right, not a lot out of Ice Palace here, but that is going to be our other red crystal. Really hoping for a mirror here, but not sure. I'm not sure. What are you looking for at this point? If you were them.
Honestly, I feel like I would be hoping for. Yeah, I think the mirror makes the less worse dungeons back into logic, whereas something like Samaria means that I have to try to beat Mire and Hurdle Rock with still like mid game equipment.
Yeah. That definitely can get a little intimidating at times. Take on some of these Dark World bosses with lower gear. You really start to see where execution shines at this point in the tournament, especially in the finals. Won't say no to a sword upgrade.
What an excellent timing for that, because the Master Sword version of the Cold Stare fight's a little tough.
Yeah.
And it looks like Josh is also following up into ice, so...
Yeah, it makes sense. Clearable crystal. It is one of our red crystals. I think I would go for it too, hoping for a mirror, so that you can kind of tie in Swamp Palace and your red crystal. But I'm thinking likely we might find the mirror in Pyramid Fairy. Yeah, we were taking an item inventory here. We need a bow. We need Samaria, and we need a mirror. But with both Eastern Palace and Pod being a pendant dungeon, we could end up with a bow in GT. We could actually end up with both bows in GT, I believe. Or no, it would have to be in Light or in one of the worlds. So we could have our first bow in GT though. If they dodge all of them. Yeah, don't mind me. It's been a long day. All right, well, let's see if Josh is a little more successful with the bomb jump here. This is one that can give a lot of runners a hiccup, especially with that fire bar. It's a big distraction on getting the lineup, but Josh says no problem. First try. Here's a thought. Could we get a mirror on a ped check? Chat asking Tempered Sword was in Ice Palace, I believe, big chest?
Yes, in the big chest.
While our runners are cleaning up each other's checks right now, make sure you give both of our runners a follow. Our Restreamer Limp Bagel and Furnap our tracker, myself the Scatsman, and Umfels my co-com. Give us all the follows, do all the things, and I'm gonna guess here that Rando's gonna go for the boss right away. I don't know. That's a good question in chat. If you get mirror, do you go mode and hope for a bow in GT? I feel like I've been talking about it, so I kind of think I would. But what's your thoughts?
I think that would definitely depend on how much of the overworld and dungeons I've cleared so far. But it would definitely be in the back of my head because 20 plus checks is a whole lot of checks.
I mean, neither runner has touched pod. With how many checks there is in there, I feel like I'd at least go peak before going up to GT, maybe. Wombat says, always a bow in TR. I mean... Can either one mimic clip? Unsure. Unsure. It is the mentor tournament, but we've seen some tricky things out of our mentees this year, so who's to say? Yeah, I don't know. Where does chat stand on that? Do you at least check pod, knowing there's items in there before hitting a bowless GT? If we don't have go mode before then, that is. Oh yeah. Bow locked pod with a bow in the back. Oh boy. Chat wants a mentor tournament to have enemizer modes. I feel okay. I feel like enemizer modes are good in some ways to kind of get you used to like different enemies, how they react, but I think as a learning platform can be very tricky for some runners. Did you see what I saw out of Skull Woods there on Rando's side?
Yeah, it looks like we've gotten our final sword of the seed, which I have a feeling that Josh is probably not coming back for.
Yeah, and we still have that green pennant turn in. I think once you're done with your Dark World loop here, it's probably my next check.
So ExtremeRando still has to clean up like the Smith chain, right? Is that what he's going back for?
Yeah, Smith chain is holding the other medallion, I believe. Which I think is TR access, but we don't have Samaria. Oh, we have Pyramid Fairy. That's right. That's right. We have Pyramid Fairy. Josh is doing that before the other Dark World checks.
I think I like this pyramid because you can either continue on to maybe pod or catfish if you want.
I think what Josh is thinking is Pyramid Fairy into catfish and then maybe pod if that doesn't have the answer. And I like that. I that's what I'm thinking. Now we haven't seen purple chest yet, right? So this could be something too.
Yeah, I think purple chest still is yet to be done because I think on Josh's side, I think he hasn't yet done any of the Smith chain.
Yeah, Rando forgetting that he has the flute here. We could flute to 7 to get down here a little bit quicker. Hopefully our mentees are watching back the VODs. Purple chest has the Greg. All right, then.
And it looks like we're getting a Meyer dip on Josh's side.
Yeah, I like this. It's easier to get back to Meyer than Pod. I think you go check Meyer because we don't have that bow. If you're going all the way into Pod and then it's bow locked, we might be in trouble. Especially if it holds one of our go mode items. Whereas you go into Meyer, you get what you can out of it. If we can clear it, great. If not, it's, again, it's something we can come back to. Bottle glitch is allowed. I don't know if they know how to do it. Again, very mixed skill levels here in the mentor tournament. So, some mentees know a lot of tricks coming in. Some are still learning. So, it's tough to say where each individual person falls. You only get to work with so many at a time and see so many of the races.
Well, that's the first item out of Meyer, it looks like, and it seems to just be a bug net.
Yeah, Catfish is getting last located, if that's something.
Oh, it looks like we're getting green pendant turned in on Extreme side.
Oh, and they're both of their mentors is in chat and says that they should know bottle glitch, but again, that can be one that's tricky. You got to do it just right, or you can keep the camera.
And we've got the French vanilla cane of Samaria today.
Well, I said it earlier. Josh needs to find that one item on a Gamba, and that's what it is. We get the French vanilla Samaria. Who rolled this? You did, Bagel. Our restreamer Limp Bagel asking who rolled this in chat. Okay.
It's still pretty interesting if once we figure out where the mirror is, though. Although with that cane of Samaria, we did just open up all of Turtle Rock at this point.
Yeah, we've got all of Turtle Rock. Josh still has to get his medallion there.
That's true, and I feel like the red cane could possibly take you away from Smith Chain.
Now, did either runner turn in the green pendant yet?
I think ExtremeRando just did.
Was Ice Cane locked? I don't think so. It was a map on Cold Stare.
Yeah, I believe is not cane locked. Although I believe the cane was still in logic or accessible.
piece of heart on green pendant turn, and thank you. I don't know. I feel like this is gonna come down to whoever finds the mirror first. The bow, though, could be that that twist at the end, though, because it is technically still required because of the GT climb.
I feel like if ExtremeRando finds the mirror uh, before he gets to the King of Samaria, though, I feel like that could be detrimental because he'll probably check some of those mirror checks.
Yeah, especially if we have like a bow in Swamp Palace, um, could lead him further away. Yeah, I think if oh, we still have a fairy, right? Yes, okay. Woo, fairy. I think here in Josh's case, if they find a bow before the mirror, I'd almost be thinking a ped check is incoming. Unless Turtle Rock is spicy, but ped cannot be bow. Thank you, but it can be mirror. True, it could be a bow, just not both.
It looks like we're getting Magic Bat on ExtremeRando's side, and today we're getting. Oh, it's the
The
mirror!
mirror. Okay. I think this is going to lead them directly to Swamp Palace. I don't know. I feel like I'd check Bombos before heading in, just in that off chance that you might hit go mode, so you can go mode everything else.
Would you check Bombos? You said you would check Bombos. Would you also check K45?
Yeah, if there's no answer here, I think it's worth backtracking before saving, quitting, or mirroring, fluting, whichever you end up doing.
I looked away for a sec. Josh is also on the Magic Bat check and has gotten his mirror.
Yeah, see, I don't know. That Samaria might be a tricky spot for ExtremeRando.
I think they're all right as long as there's not a bow inside of Swamp Palace here to lead them astray.
I mean, yeah, on Josh's side, Bo is go mode. Um,
Oh,
ExtremeRando's
plus
still.
plus Quake.
Oh yeah, oh man, I forgot Josh has not gotten Quake yet. Oof, that I think both runners might end up chasing a lot of those mirror checks. Because Josh is looking for TR access.
I feel like Josh could get pretty quickly to Quake because, especially now that he has the mirror, uh, smith
True.
chain and hammer pegs seems pretty
Uh,
attractive once you get to those like weird checks.
yeah. To answer, Quake was on Smith. Yeah, ooh, I like ExtremeRando going to the back first, but I think in this case I'm coming in expecting to do left side swamp. Hey, another required shield. Let's go. One more for our ultimate form.
We've almost got laser bridge in logic.
Right?
I mean, I guess it's in logic with the invincibility items, but if you're extreme rando here, do you come back in immediately?
Yeah, I'm not leaving left side swamp behind. Because we've already got the big key. Did we get any other dungeon items? I think we got at least one, correct?
I definitely lost track of the dungeon items.
I don't know. I feel like this late in the seed, you're here, you do it. But yeah, I lost count on how many are actually in the back. I believe we have at least 2. Yeah, this late in this seed, one potentially having a go, a bow in GT. I think I'm checking my dense dungeons. Oh yeah, we never figured that out. Chat asking the question here: is there still an item in Thieves Town Big Chest? Oh, that could be a spicy last location. In fact, with where Hammer was, I think that could even be an in logic bow.
You know, I'm not really sure what happened there on the bomb diver down on Extreme Rando side. It looked pretty good to me. Oh, okay, there we go.
Might have had to wiggle the rail, wiggle in the rail there a little bit. Looks like that's what he did the second time there.
Yeah, the setup looked the same from the first time, so I was like, it didn't. It looked like the setup was right from the bomb placement, and the jump looked good.
Yeah, our runners are almost synced up here, but it's really hard to tell who is actually in the lead. Because we've got different items on either side here.
Yeah, Extreme Rando's gonna run out of places, to look eventually. Like the mirror's not helping there, but uh, the gold sword could swing some of these fights.
Yeah, it's a slight advantage for some of the combat. Just $100 on Bombos. Now did Rand? I know one of the runners skipped Ether Tablet, right?
Yes, I think ExtremeRando skipped Ether Tablet, but I'm pretty sure Josh picked it up and it was only like bombs or something.
Okay.
Oh, with the mirror now. I guess we're gonna see checkerboard.
Yeah. We did not see checkerboard yet.
Man, a bow here would be kind of devastating.
But it's half magic. I take that any day. We don't say no to half magic.
You can sometimes say no to half magic. Like I'd say no to half magic if it were on like floating island.
Yes, Spike was checked. I think it was just a piece of heart.
I got an unfortunate feeling that this bow might just be in TR.
Yeah, I think ExtremeRando is still looking for that Samaria, so not thinking TR right now.
Ooh, is this the Thieves Town big play here?
It may be.
Oh no, wait, no, this
Oh,
is
we have
Graveyard
Graveyard Ledge. Yeah. May still pair it with Big Chest if they realize. Wasn't one of our runners manually tracking?
Yeah, I think that might have been ExtremeRando. They've been doing a really good job of like keeping everything straight though,
Oh,
for sure.
definitely doesn't seem like they've mistracked yet or not. I've already mistracked with auto tracking. Don't ask me how. Wow, $50. It's looking like catfish is more and more likely.
Yeah, we're kind of running low on checks that both runners haven't done yet.
And did anybody get knowledge on Ped?
No, I think because ExtremeRando is the only one who's done Mothula, and I don't think they had Mirror at the time.
Although, Ped is really not likely. Just because as soon as we get that bow, we're in go mode on either side, basically.
Yeah, with the fact that you need a bow to be able to get pedestal anyway. If pedestal had a bow, then you'd be pretty out of luck. I guess on ExtremeRando's side, if you saw that there was like Cane of Samaria on pedestal, then it'd be helpful info. It looks like we're on our way to get our catfish check that we've been theorizing about.
Come on, bow on catfish. I give you pebble, you give me... No, we don't want that. We're going to TR. Oh, and could this be Thieves Town Big Chest on ExtremeRando's side?
I feel like that's the only thing left in the area, but I could also just be wrong. I'm not great at remembering what items people have done.
I think I like going into TR here. Get your last crystal. Worst comes to worst, you're checking GT basement. And there could be a bow in GT Basement, as well as one in the overworld here. So both runners could end up finding different bows.
That makes for some of the more exciting races, is when runners find different bows and it kind of puts them back in parity with each other.
Yeah,
Oh,
they've been
well,
side by side.
and then there's our bow in TR.
All right, well, that is actually go mode on Josh's side at 124. ExtremeRando heading into Meyer here.
Was that an accidental save and quit instead of a mirror there?
Why wouldn't we? Yeah, why did we leave TR?
Maybe he was thinking in his head that the bow was necessary for one of the dungeons instead of just for GT. We'll have to ask on that one.
Whoopsies. It was a tactical save and quit.
You know, he's just trying to get his steps in.
Right, exactly. Just, making it exciting, keeping it close. Oh, yeah. Chat pointing out that might have been a... I need the bow. Here it is. Now let's go to bow... Oh, wait. Yeah, no, that's probably something I would do. Maybe thinking of doing like Pod and Eastern before doing TR, and then realizing they're both gonna be pendant dungeon. That's true. It does skip Dead Rocks in this case. Next to Wall Masters, those are some of my most hated enemies in the Zelda universe. Oh, yep. Gotta use the fire one there, ExtremeRando. I don't think the ice rod works there. No blue fire in this game. Oh gosh, Dead Rocks in the Ganon fight would be very, very bad. I think one thing worse would be Wall Masters. Good luck lining up your shot. Do we get anything else like silvers here in TR?
I mean, I feel like with just the amount of items left, that will probably TR should be mostly empty. I mean, I guess Ganon can let me know if I'm wrong at the end of the game.
In Josh's situation, might be feeling a little rushed, so might be skipping some of these extra checks, thinking they're a little behind, because this was kind of a very linear, very jet seed. Other than a few tricks and twists.
I mean, I think the Samaria in Myers was particularly nasty, so I feel like I wouldn't be feeling too behind. They got to it at least decently fast.
You know, we talked about it earlier, and yet you ask and it manifests. We have a required mirror shield for that laser bridge.
Just in time.
Hide the sprite. Yeah, we had some spooky action on ExtremeRando's side. Okay, now we've gotten on the talking atomizer and Ganon fight chat. Would that spawn every time a fire bat spawns, or is it just a certain number? Because that could put you on like a berserk timer. I'm just throwing that out there. All right. Well, ExtremeRando making their way up the mountain here. Josh getting the Trinex fight going here, opting to take out the redhead. We've got a nice bunch of ice here on the dance floor with Trinex. All right, and with that, Trinex is down. And we get to play a fun game. If you're not sure what that is, you're gonna go ahead and type in from 1 to 22 where you think the Ganon's Tower Big Key will be today. You know, I like to go with 14, but somebody else took it, so I'm gonna take my random manager's number of 5. So we've got ExtremeRando going into TR, and Josh is about to hit GT here.
Do you have a preferred GT route?
I like Hope Left, but I've been trying out Rando Rush lately.
I like that there's no correct answer, that everyone can sort of defend their answer.
Yeah, I mean, it really just depends where the items fall. And it looks like we are going Hope Left here on Josh's side. We did get a key in the Hope room there, so we could have went right. What's your preferred?
I just as you mentioned, I normally go hope, and then if I have a key, go right. If I don't, go full left.
I like it. I've been trying to branch out a little more with the GT routing and even some of the regular routing. You kind of get stuck in your routine route, and it can really mess you up. We saw good use of one of our medallions there on Josh's side to clean up that Stalfos room. Whoop, come on, Josh. Got to be quicker than that. Oh, and now the Stalfos is jumping in. Oh, boy.
Just getting bullied over here by GT a little bit.
Yes, in this instance, the blue boomerang is actually easier to pull that off. Yep, just Compass here. Coming into Rando Room.
I always lose track in GT. Was that check 9?
I believe that is check 9. Yeah, not much in Rando Room here, just a bunch of rupees. You know, it could be Tile Room. We had a required cape. I think just rushing Tile Room should be the new trend. What about you?
Trend is such a hard word to use for that. It can be a meme maybe, but
So what you're saying
I
is, you go ahead. We'll watch.
yeah. To say I can probably not say that no race has ever been won by rushing Tile Room, but I wouldn't call it a common occurrence. Man, Josh had a little trouble there with the ice armos. Looking a little low on the arrows, but should have just enough for the climb.
Still nothing on Ice Armos, so we know where we gotta go here. You gotta rush Tile Room here. Come on. One day one will hear. Well, you know what I mean. Hopefully they won't hear, but you know what I mean. Put the message out into the world.
Ooh, that must have been just enough time for that door.
Now, there is a world where if ExtremeRando does a full right, we could see a close race here. And especially with newer runners, the gauntlet can be a bit of a separator as well.
Yeah, no. As we've seen in plenty of other races, GT routing and execution can make a massive difference. So let's see.
That was 17? You?
I win this time? Was that actually 17? I really lost track. I guess 20. That'd be 18 though, wouldn't it?
18.
Because yeah, the three other ones and then Tile Room were left. So
well, I guess you're gonna have to get your rando seeds the old-fashioned way.
it's all good. I think I've won like 2 in this mentor tourney.
Yeah, so we've got about a 6-minute gap of going into GT. But it looks like ExtremeRando's going hope left here. I feel like at this point in the tournament, this was where I was starting to really say, okay, I'm always going hope left. Let's just try it. You know, it's It's whatever match it is in the brackets. Let's just try it. Josh coming into this this gauntlet pretty geared out here. The only difference being that ExtremeRando has that gold sword.
Yeah, the gold sword will make up a bit of time in some of the rooms, but I feel like we've reached we've passed the point where the gold sword is as big a difference maker. I guess it depends on our runners' comfortableness with Ganon.
Yeah, I mean, it's still fairly close to the point that execution could be a decider.
Yeah, for sure. There's nothing really that's a given at this point.
But at this point, it is Josh's race to lose. We are already into Wizrobes 2 here. And they're making quick work of it.
Do we know what the potion situation is for Josh?
I'm not sure. I thought I saw somebody said that he has a blue and a fairy left. Yep. Tracker says blue and a fairy left.
Does that mean he had two going in? I thought I saw him use one of them earlier.
Yeah, I think he did use one.
Okay.
But I mean, he's in good shape.
Yeah, the other bit of equipment that I saw that Extreme has is the half magic.
Key. Right? Don't we need or no, we're good. No, never mind. I thought he needed one more key there. I don't know why I thought it was 2 in that room.
I think it's... Yeah, well, I can't think of what I'm thinking of now, but I thought it was 2 going into like the room right before it or something.
All right, well, time for that good old agonometry. I was never a fan of math, and somehow this fight can just be forgiving or just torturous if you get off sync or anything.
Yeah, don't worry. Agonometry isn't real math. It's a medium amount of math. Sometimes you can be lined up perfectly and it just fails for no reason, it feels like.
Well, we're going to find out where the other bow was, because Josh is going to be dropping into Ganon here. Meanwhile, ExtremeRando is on the climb. No, we did dip pod. I think. Didn't we dip pod? Somebody dip pod.
Definitely at least one of the sides was in pod for a bit.
Yeah. I think that's where Gold Sword was, I believe.
Nah, Gold Sword was in Skullwoods at the bottom under the bridge test.
Oh, okay. Wow, Josh making really quick work of this fight here. The only thing that's gonna save ExtremeRando right now would be a fall.
Oh,
Thieves Town and Big Chest. Oh boy. You know, I said it before. That was in logic, but it would have took you really out of your way to go get that hammer first. I think Josh is going to be pretty comfortable in this situation. We're just going to have to watch our magic here without the torch glitch.
Yeah, the one blue here is a little scary.
Yeah, I think even with the refill, gonna want to start utilizing the utilizing the lamp here before you run out. Oh, and a wasted shots are just it's not gonna be good here. This could be a saving grace. Is running out of mana here. It's got to be careful.
I haven't been keeping track of spins, but I feel like we're only at most halfway done, right?
Yeah, and we're already more than halfway through a mana bar here. Oh, and he's only got enough for a lamp shot, so he's got to do it here. Oh no! Yeah, gonna have to fall and get refilled. This is good for ExtremeRando. This just made this even more exciting here. Josh is gonna have to hurry up and get back because ExtremeRando is on his heels. Well, ExtremeRando is finishing this up here real quick. Just another shout out to our restreamer Limp Bagel, our tracker Fernap, myself, the Scatsman, and my co-com Umfels. Thank you so much for everybody that's been volunteering and all the mentors for the Swish round. You guys are just awesome, and just a big thank you. So. Here we go. ExtremeRando is getting their validation chest. Josh just got the refill. This is gonna be close, guys.
I feel like we're extremely close, but Josh does just barely have the lead at the moment.
Yeah,
But
but
I guess
now we can see Josh playing it a little more careful here, having run out of mana on the first round. Also, now his seed is going to be different here. We could get different patterns that could really mess with his timing. Now, don't fear. This is only game one. All right, ExtremeRando taking down Aga 2 here. If I were Josh, I'd be making sure I get that that torch glitch this time. Nicely done this time around. Good job, Josh. And here we go. On to final phase on Josh's side. ExtremeRando dropping in here. This is tense. You know, we're here with our comfy chairs, but we only need the edge of them. Uh,
Yeah, it looks like Josh is getting a bunch more of his spins in with the torch glitch.
yeah, I think a lot of that pressure is off now. Can be a little more, uh, you know, frequently used of that magic. I guess is what I'm trying to say. Uh, but not a huge difference here between the two, as ExtremeRando is just about to enter final phase here.
And we've got an exploding pig. Go ahead and get your GGs in for Josh. Very exciting to have the race be right here.
Oh, ExtremeRando taking a death here, but we have a fairy. GG's to our round one winner, Josh. Welcome in.
Oh, thank you. That was a seed. Wasn't the worst in the world, but it was a seed.
And guys, get your GG's in chat for ExtremeRando as well. A close race indeed.
Yes, an excellent performance by both runners. Very exciting.
I don't know if I'd classify my run as excellent. It was okay.
We're gonna get ExtremeRando in here soon, and we'll get you guys an interview. We've got a couple questions for you, and I don't know. I'm fellas. Do you want to start with the one that you have for Josh here?
Oh, I had one right there near the end. I was wondering what happened in TR.
I couldn't even tell you. I was in my mind. I was like, okay, I still need the bow. Like the bow's basically like my go mode. I saw the bow and my fingers just like da da da. I'm like, and I just literally just looked at everything and shot. I was like, what? And I was like, well, if I lose, I mean, that literally is the reason I lost. Yeah, I don't know why my fingers decided they wanted to save and quit instead of mirror, because mirror would have been about a minute and a half faster. Oh wait, I'm muted still. Oh, I'm
No.
muted on Discord. Nope, sorry.
Yeah, we were thinking maybe you thought like Eastern Palace or
Oh wait, I'm
Pod was
muted
a
still.
crystal,
Oh, I'm muted on
but
Discord. Nope.
it looked like maybe you got out and then you were like, oh wait.
Oh yeah, no. As soon as I hit the save and quit, my mind actually, I came back to my set and I was like, what did I just do?
All right. Our restreamer informing us, ExtremeRando's having some audio issues and won't be joining us. So, but GG's to them as well. Josh, this was a tough race to tell who was in the lead. What are your thoughts on the seed overall then?
I kind of figured it was going to be Aga. We weren't getting nearly enough items to show Dark World. I was really happy that I kept into Eastern after finding the book for Desert. Because I was like, you know what, I'll run to Big Chest if I get the key. I'll check Big Chest and then I'm out. I'm not gonna waste my time running around dark rooms and whatnot. So I felt really good there. there was a couple times like I went and did Magic Bat. I'm like, why am I going to Magic Bat like literally right now? I should have been going to Magic Bat after, I grabbed the Smith and returned the Smith. And then I got Mirror, and I'm like, okay, I'm a genius. And then there's nothing in Swamp. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna go back and properly do the Smith chain, and then Smith had Quake, and I'm like, I'm a moron. There was a lot of fluctuations going through this run.
Yeah, we were seeing so like in the very beginning it almost looked like Extreme Rando kind of was hitting the right route and just seemed to be going item to item to item, and but I guess maybe you were being a little more efficient, and it was kind of weird. You guys kept like diverging and then coming back and high-fiving, and then like right back to divergence. I think the big thing for you was Samaria in Mire. I think that's where it really started turning your way.
Yeah, I was just after doing ice. I was looking at my map. I'm like, these are all not fun checks to do. So I was just like, okay, you know what? Screw it. We're just gonna go dip Mire. It was in the back of my head. I remind myself, just because I don't have Samaria doesn't mean it's not in Mire. I just need Samaria to finish. And then it popped in there. I was like, great. And then getting the early big key in TR was nice too, because then I could just be like, okay, I'm go moding. I don't care about silvers at this point.
Yeah. Honestly, I mean, we saw a lot of good execution on both sides. I really didn't see you guys hunting down the silvers too much more than you did. Extreme Rando actually had Gold Sword on their side, so really not much else to find.
Where was another sword? There's a few places it could have been.
My God, where was it? I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank again.
No, you're good. The gold sword was in the under the bridge chest in Skullwoods.
Back. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I never went back to Skull.
Yeah, I think one of you dipped it early. I think Extreme Rando actually went back and cleared it. And I think you may have dipped it early. No, awesome run from both of you guys at if Extreme Rando's jumping in. I feel like you guys should definitely watch it back, and I know you guys still have a game 2 coming up, so I wish you luck. Anybody else have anything to add?
No, it was a good race to watch. There was a bunch of theorizing about who was in the lead and who was and when they could have made their comebacks and whatnot. And then great execution for GT and whatnot.
All right, Josh, anything else?
No, I'm good. I'm happy that I have the 1-0 lead. Like I said before, when we finished semifinals, Rando scares me. They've been putting up amazing times. So I was watching the clock as I was going through GT when I kind of got a moment, and I was surprised I didn't see the finish from him.
Yeah, it was that decision to dip Meyer is what paid off for you. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Just so you know, upcoming matches, we have one in the morning, Beth versus Karjan at 10 a.m. Eastern. And then there's another one in the afternoon, 1 p.m. Eastern, Algo versus Navi. Thank you all for being here. Don't forget to give the runners a follow. And myself and my fellow fellas, thank you so much for being here. I know this is your first time. I hope this was awesome, and I hope you had a good time.
No, it was great being in the booth with an experienced commentator to be able to help out. And I'm glad to be able to assist with it. I love the Go Mode podcast, so putting these on is a great time.
All right, well, you guys have a good night and good luck, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care, everybody.